Hello, I'm Amelia and I love to sew. So today I'm going to do another speed challenge on a sewing technique. So you might have seen my previous one where I did sewing a hem in 1 minute, 2 minutes and 10 minutes. It turned out 10 minutes was way too long for sewing a hem, but anyway, today I'm doing zips. So I suspect 10 minutes will be still not enough for the top amount, but today I'm going to do 2 minutes, 5 minutes and 10 minutes because I think trying to put a zip in 1 minute is just asking for trouble. I'm sure that's the case for 2 minutes as well, but I'm going to give it a go. So I've got 3 of the same length zips and some more random scraps of white fabric. I have actually marked on each set, you can just about see the mark there, where the seam needs to be sewn, because I'm pretty sure when I've done this kind of dress zip before in patterns, you sew up the seam first and then put the zip in. So I'm going to do that, still within the time frame, hopefully, and then I'll put the zip in, so we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to do a 1.5 centimetres seam allowance, and yeah. Why am I doing this again? Anyway, okay, so I'm going to start with the 2 minutes. This will be a test to see if I can actually even remember how to put in a zip, because it's a long time since I've done one. So yeah, let's see. Let's just measure how wide these zips are before I even start. Okay, so it's a 1 centimetre tape. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. So I'm gonna try and move my sewing machine out of the way for when I'm like pinning and stuff, because otherwise you won't be able to really see what I'm doing. I've already got my zip foot set up, so I'll just sew the seam with the zip foot in because I won't have time to like swap that around. Okay. Is this cheating to have lined it up before I press go? Probably. Okay, so I'm going to press start on the 2 minutes timer. Okay, it's going. Okay, so I'm going to start the 2 minute one again. I think I've fixed, well, I haven't fixed anything, it just fixed itself. I tried to sew it again, so hopefully this time it won't go wrong. So I'm going to start the timer again. Ready, go. Okay. Fingers crossed for my machine behaving. Maybe it's because I'm sewing the seam on the zipper foot. I don't always do that, but I don't have time to switch feet. Right. Oh my god, it really doesn't matter about trimming the threads. Right, so now. Oh, I've got a minute left. This is just not gonna happen. I can't even open this up. Right. I actually can't remember how to put a zip in. That's hilarious. So it has to look like that from the outside. Right. Oh god, I've got 40 seconds. So I'm gonna get like one side in. Oh wow, 2 minutes is definitely not enough. Wow, I got half of it in. Oh wow, yeah, that's insane. Okay, cool. Well, one down. Let's do the next one. Yeah, I was definitely right not to try and do this in a minute. That would have been insane. I mean, 2 minutes is ridiculous enough. Okay, so this time it is 5 minutes. I'm just gonna set my timer. Here we go. Okay, 5 minutes starting now. Right, so I've I had about 10 seconds gone, so I'm just gonna restart that and just carry on from where I was. Tension's still a bit off. Yeah, it's probably the foot. Anyway, okay, don't have time to worry about it. Okay, so it takes about a minute to sew that first seam, so that's why I didn't have time to do the other one. Okay, 5 minutes. I probably do have time to measure and pin this. Am I doing this wrong? Am I doing this like you would do an invisible zip? I don't think so. It is a long time since I've sewn a zip. Oh god, 3 minutes left. I'm going to pin both sides. Oh, 2.5 minutes. Yeah, 2 minutes left. I'm going to struggle. I think I might have just sewn through the teeth. Oh, minute and a half. I think I might have sewn it too far away from the edge because it doesn't seem to line up at the bottom. I've got 30 seconds left. Oh, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Well, at least I finished it. Yeah. I honestly can't remember how to do dress zips. Do you like? I think you top stitch it, don't you? Well, you can do. Because otherwise it's like really visible. Yeah, I've sewn it like it's an invisible zip, haven't I? I might need to do some research before I do the next one. So after I decided to do this video, I didn't decide to look up to remind myself how to do zips, so I have done this one wrong. I'm not sure I probably could have given it a go to do it properly in the 5 minutes, but I'm just going to leave it for now and chalk my idiocy up to experience. So I'll try and sew the last one in properly and how you're supposed to actually sew in a non-invisible zip. It's because I've only done invisible zips recently. I say recently, in the last few years I've probably only sewn about 3 zips. So yeah, there we go. You live and learn. Okay, I'm just going to set the timer. 10 minutes. Is 10 minutes going to be way too much, like it was for the hem? I'm going to set it for 10 minutes, and if I don't need the 10 minutes, fine. If I do, which I may do because I kept doing it wrong, let's see. Okay, I'm going to press start. Go. And go. I was right about sewing the seam first though, and on an invisible zip you sew it afterwards. It's one thing I did remember. I think I'm almost going needlessly slowly because I know I've got plenty of time, which probably means I'll completely run out of time. Yeah, so what you're supposed to do with this kind of zip is press the seam open. I could get my iron out, but I'm just going to do finger pressing, I think. Hopefully that will work. So you press it open and then you press back the same seam allowance along the whole thing. Oh god, I probably should actually get out my iron. If I was doing this properly for an actual garment, I would get out my iron, but given I've only got 7 3/4 minutes left, I don't think I'm going to have time. So then you stitch the zip through the seam allowance and through the front, so you do kind of see the stitching line from the front. Oh, I've only got 5 minutes left, so maybe 10 minutes wasn't so crazy. zip's gone off at the top there. I might have time to fix it. This is definitely going to show that I'm a bit of a slapdash sewist because the stitching is very, very visible on the right side. Yeah, I kind of want to take that out if I've got time. I've got just less than 4 minutes. I love how I'm suddenly an expert on how to put these zips in after I first had to look it up. Ah, hilarious. Look at that. Nice. I've got a minute. I'm going to try and fix that. Oh, and picking against the clock is not fun. Now I know how people in the sewing bee feel. Okay, so it's basically, it's going to take me all the time I've got left to unpick it and then I'll be able to resew it. Oh, 3, 2. Oh. How irritating. So I've moved my machine out of the way again to review my handiwork. Okay, so the main lesson from today is to know what technique you're doing before you start to try and do it, because I did the first 2 wrong. So that's fun, which explains why it didn't seem to make sense how I was doing it. It didn't seem to work, and it's because I was doing it wrong. So that's good. So in 2 minutes, I managed to put in half of a zip wrong. There's the other half not put in at all. Yeah, but it should have been sewn like top stitched there. But instead I put it in like an invisible zip. Yeah. You wouldn't think I've been sewing for 7 years, would you? Given my terrible performance. Anyway, we all make rookie errors, don't we? Okay, so this is the 5-minute one. I sewed it wrong, so it's completely visible. If this had been an invisible zip, that would have, in theory, been invisible. Although I'm not the best at sewing invisible zips either. Spoiler alert, I'm going to do one of these for invisible zips as well. But I actually know how to put those in, like this. So yeah, I didn't have time to like trim the threads. The sewing's not that neat. I tried to use bright pink thread so you'd be able to see it. Don't know if you can see it. Yeah, I mean, I got both sides in, but I didn't do it right, so I guess it doesn't really count as a win. And then 10 minutes, obviously, I managed to put it in correctly because I knew what I was doing. I can't remember if you're supposed to sew along the bottom to like neaten that up. Anyway, I didn't. The teeth are pretty, I mean, it's hard to tell because you can see the whole zip through this fabric, but the teeth are pretty invisible. And it undoes, and it does it. So that's very exciting, because I have been known to sew through teeth of zips, and then you have to unpick it and you can't do it. It's not perfect. You know, these 2 big lumps of thread here at the bottom aren't the prettiest, and here where I was unpicking it as the bell went off, I didn't get a chance to sew that back in. So yeah, I'm quite surprised actually, because I thought it would be a bit like the hem, where 10 minutes will be way too much, but actually, what was I thinking? Of course 10 minutes isn't way too much to put in a zip, because how many of us have spent an hour or 2 putting in and taking out and putting in and taking out and redoing a zip because it just doesn't work. I don't hate zips, but it's not my favourite thing, and it is a long while since I've done one, because when I first started sewing I did make quite a lot of dresses, but I basically never wear them, dresses and skirts. So yeah, I just don't wear them at all. So it's actually a long time since I've sewn a zip like this. I've made jeans relatively recently, but obviously they're inserted completely differently. But anyway, there we go. The moral of today is know what technique you're doing before you start to do it. Cool. See you next time. Bye.